today, and I'm deciding to be more active, and now I'm really doing my best to actually be inactive. But because of that, I don't have anything ready to post in here, so I'm currently talking about things that I already have in my mind, but eventually I want to make more quality videos. But till there, I'll be making what I can, only to be, like making this channel move a bit. Okay, so in this video today, I want to talk about um things that I've learned through my life, and I will talk with you like I were an older sister because I think I have so many things to teach because I've made so many mistakes and also I made so many good things. And for me, it's important to share it with people, especially with young people who want to learn what it's like to be a young adult before getting it. And I'm actually an older sister. I have a younger sister, so I'll be talking with you like I would be talking with my own sister. Okay, so let's start with daily life chores, basically. The first thing that I've been always talking about on this channel, I have many videos about it, is study. Study. Take time to learn things you like. It doesn't matter what, nobody cares about it. But you have to be aware of what is happening. You cannot spend your whole day doing nothing, only rooting at your bed. No, you can't. You have to study. You have to be aware of what is happening. You have to be interested on something. And there are many ways you can do so. It's not only through school. School is actually some institute that will give you a diploma, which is very important because it will validate what you learned. But you have to have a bit more of work, a part of school. You cannot depend only on school, you know. And how can you do that? Read the news every single day. That's something that I'm trying to do because this is not easy for me as well. I don't like watching the news. I prefer reading. But if you want to watch, that's a good option. But I don't recommend you to be following the news through social media because you never get the whole information in a 1 minute video. So it's really important for you to look another way for you to get the whole information. So YouTube is a good platform for you to do so. There all the famous news, they have YouTube channels like BBC, CNN, so you can go there and watch the whole interview, the whole news. Also they also post on websites, so you can also read that. Okay, so it's really important for you to be aware of what is happening in the world and to be studying. Including in studying, you have to learn a new language. I always talk about it and I won't stop talking about it. English is not my first language, as you can notice, because sometimes I made some mistakes while speaking English. But if I can make videos today in English, is because I study a lot to learn it. I never paid a course. I studied by myself. Today, with so many platforms, with so many apps, you can learn by yourself. You don't have to depend on paying for that. So there are many good YouTube channels and you can learn any language you want. Even today, I'm studying French, I'm studying Japanese. So you have to learn new language because it will increase your access to information in a level. It will make you grow culturally in a way that you can't even imagine. So if you know their language, you can, like enjoy all the good things that it has in the 100% way. So studying new language, it doesn't have to be English. If English is already your native language, or if you just don't like it, or if you already know this, learn another one. There are many languages in the world, like 1,000 languages. So you can choose one and learn it through the internet for free. So I have a video talking about it. I will um card it. But you can learn any language for free in nowadays, you know. Another thing, be responsible with your school duties. You don't have to make so much effort to be responsible with that. If you take at least 1 hour a day to take care of what your school is giving you, you see that you have the whole day to enjoy, to watch the movies you like, to watch your favorite TV shows. But you have to take time for school, a part of school. Be responsible. Don't, like postpone your activities, your duties, your homework, because eventually it will be accumulated and you won't have time to take care of everything. So be responsible. Once your teacher pass you some kind of activity, try to at least start in the same day. Respect the end time. Like I'm sorry. To give your homework the date your teacher asked you for. So basically, be responsible with your school duties. Remember that your parents are trying their best to give you a good education. So try to kind of be responsible, not only because of your parents, but because of yourself. Because eventually, a good school, um, oh my god, I forgot the word. I'm really sorry. Curriculum. It will help you a lot in the future. I can confirm. I was the best student as my class, and I can say how it helped me in my adult life. Basically, I didn't even have to put any effort to apply to a new university because my school, um, historic, already helped me a lot. Another thing is to learn new things. Learn new things. Like I'm interested in fashion, study about fashion. I'm interested in literature, study literature. But you have to have some kind of interest. It doesn't have to be something like so different. It can be a common thing. But you have to be curious. You have to be interested on different things, on learning new abilities. Yesterday I was in a reunion in a meet, actually, I'm sorry. I was in a meet with some of my classmates, and one of the girls there, she told us that she started like making browns and designing browns. She started designing browns when she was 11, and she eventually were improving her abilities, and today at 27 she still works with that, because back then she was interested in learning about it, in improving her skills, and now she works with that. It's her main today she lives from that, so it doesn't have to be such a hard issue. It's a hard subject. No, it can be something simple and skill and random thing, but eventually it will help you, you know? So, for example, when I was at high school, I was really interested on fashion. I learned a lot of theories, and today I'm trying to improve my skills and share here on the internet everything I know. And today I don't have to study so much because I already know so many things, because back then I studied a lot about it. So you have to be interested in study. You have to watch videos talking about your interests, and don't be so limited to TikTok. Try to watch long videos, like an hour video, 2 hours video. Watch class. There are many universities, they share their classes here on YouTube. For example, Oxford, Yale, Harvard. I love to watch in their classes, even though I'm already at college, but I want to improve my skills. I don't want to be limited to my college. I want to learn more, you know. So there are many things that you can do, and you have to be curious. Maybe I will make a video giving you some tips of how you can be smarter through internet for free and give you some sources of all those things. Another thing is take care of you. And when I'm talking take care of you, it's literally do some kind of exercise, work out, have a healthy life. Don't eat so much junky food. It's okay to eat sometimes, but try to have a healthy diet and also move. You have to move. You can be only rooting on your bed the whole day, So learn a new sport, a dance style, but you have to move at least 1 hour a day is really important. Another thing is not only taking care of yourself is not only about your body, but everything, you know, have a good hygiene, take shower every day, wash your hair, you know, make some skincare, take care of your skin, the face, the body. It's really important for you to have the good hygiene, you know. Um, Use deodorant every single day. It is important. Many people say, "Oh, we don't need it." We need it. We need it, But have a good hygiene. Try to use the perfume. Don't be shy, but take care of yourself. If you are interested, if you are a girl or a boy, I don't know, but you are interested in learning makeup, search for tutorials, learn how to do this. It's really important for you to love yourself and take care of yourself, to feel good about yourself, and you don't have to spend so much. There are many available options where you don't have to expend so much to take care of yourself, Another thing is to, now I forgot. Now it's about human relationships that I think that in our teenage, it is the most chaotic thing because you're feeling everything in such an intense way. I was such an intense teenager. And for me, it's really important for you to learn about your relationships, not only romantic relationships, but also friendships, your relationships with your parents. And I want to give you some tips about it as well, because if we're around, if we have good people around us, our life is much happier. So for me, it's really important for us to be aware of our relationships. So I'll start with friendship. That was my most recent trauma, and I have a video about it that I posted yesterday, so you can watch it. But be aware of your friends. If there's something you're not liking about your friendship, don't hesitate to cut off this person of your life, because your friendship is to make your life happier. Of course, you will fight. Of course, there will be chaotic moments. We will make mistakes on our friendships as well. That's why we cannot be so, strict about our friendships, because we are not perfect as well. But it's important that no matter what is happening, is this person worthy of you investing your time? You have to think about it. If a friend of you make jokes about you, aren't interested, this person is not your friend. This person is not a friend. If this person don't want to make part of your life and don't want you to be part of their lives, this person is not your friend. And you have to think about, is this person actually my friend? This person cannot judge you. This person has to be there for you. Because sometimes I've seen many people talking about, like boyfriend, girlfriend here, but they don't talk about friendships. Sometimes you can have a healthy relationship in a romantic way because you don't even know how to have a good friendship, And following to the romantic part, if I can give you the best tip of the world when it comes to romantic relationships, never fall in love. No, I'm joking. Never fall in love for someone who are not interested in you, because you will suffer. It's certain. I'm certain about it. You will suffer if this person are not interested in you, because you'll be always waiting something for this person, but they won't give you this. They won't give you what you want, and you will eventually suffer, you know. And if you see that you're interested in someone and this person is not reciprocate to your feelings, cut it as soon as possible. Don't let this feeling grow, because the most this feeling grow, the more it will hurt. Personal experience here, you know? So the worst thing in life is to suffer because of love. So it's really important for you. Don't let yourself go so much into it, you know? And no, the love you have in your teenage will not last forever, you know? Most part of people that I know that had some kind of romantic relationship in teenage, or they eventually broke up and now are with somebody else and much happier, or they still trying to make something work, and it won't, because you live much more from the past than the present, and this is not a good thing. So if I could give you some kind of tip, that's okay to have, like some kind of boyfriend in your teenage. I think it's quite cute. I myself, I don't recommend it, but if this guy likes you and you like him, try it. But don't be so close-minded. Be open to new opportunities. If I could give you some tip, I really recommend you to actually have a boyfriend or a girlfriend in your adult life, at least in your early 20s, because you're much more serious about it. You take it more seriously. Uh, you will have the um you could have access to actually build a life together, to have an actual relationship. If some kind of like unexpected thing happen, you'll be mature enough to deal with that. You won't be like completely dependent on your parents, because you already have some kind of source to maintain yourself. So it's a completely different mindset once you get in your 20s. So I highly recommend you to wait to start a serious relationship. Not that every single relationship that happens in teenager doesn't work. No, actually many works, but it actually I'm talking with you. I'm talking with you like you were my younger sibling. So if I could give you some tip, wait a bit. You're like one then, because you're ready, you know. Improve, like enjoy your teenage to have cute things. They're small things, not big things waiting, like a marriage from this relationship, because you can be frustrated, actually, you know. And about your parents, I know that many people have real problems with their parents, real issues, and I talking about normal parents that will make mistakes, but not like criminal mistakes, because if it's your case, look for help. Try to reach flawless. Don't be afraid of it, because everything will work out, okay? But I'm talking about a family that is kind of healthy. And I have a quote about your parents. Your parents are not your enemies, but they're not your friends. And you have to understand it. Because I see many human on the internet saying, my mom is my best friend. No, she's not our best friend. She's our mom. And this is much more deeper than a friendship. You know, we don't have to mix things. You know, your mom is not your best friend because in the end of the day, she will always be trying to teach you something, and your friendship doesn't care about it. So it's a different relationship. It's not the same thing. You know, we have to respect our parents, but we have to understand that our lives is not an extension of theirs. You have to take your life, take your decisions. You know, you can ask for some kind of advice of them, but you have to understand that in the end of the day, they're your parents. Not every parent is supportive, and if this is your case, it's also mine. You have to deal with that because you will not change your parents. They will not change. They will not turn supportive overnight. And you have to find ways to make your life happen. You know, I don't have any support of my parents in anything. The only thing that I have their support is money, basically. Money to have the basic things. But if I wanna study something, if I wanna travel to somewhere, I'll have to find my way to earn money and pay for that. They will not help me, you know. And once you get into adulthood, you have to understand that they don't have any obligation on helping you in anything. If they're doing this, it's because they love you, they care about you, but they don't have any obligation to do that. They don't have to do this for you, you know? So if today I'm living with them and they're paying my bills, it's because they want, but they don't have to do this for me because I'm an adult, you know? So if you're going to college and your parents pay for college, you have to be grateful because they don't have to do this, you know? And there are many parents out there that once their children get into adulthood, they don't care about their children anymore. You know, like they literally take them away of their homes and say, now it's with you. You know, you have to get by yourself, you know, and that's life. You have to deal with that. So it's hard. Sometimes it makes you sad. Sometimes you take much more time to conquer things in your life because of that, because people who has actually supportive parents, they have such a privilege in their lives and they don't even know how this privilege helps them. But if you're in my case, it's life. We have to deal with that and try to find our place in the world, you know, try to find a job, try to make our money, trust God in this meantime, ask for help because it's it, you know. So, as I said, they're not your enemies, they don't hate you, but they're not your friends. It's a completely different relationship. You can't tell everything to your parents. Sometimes you have to keep it to yourself because they will not understand it because they're parents. They will try to teach you something, you know. They won't be your friends. They won't be the person who will hug you, wipe your tears. They won't. They won't. So it's hard, but in the end of the day, they are parents. They're the people who loves you the most in this world, you know. So it's hard, but that's the real life. Our parents are not perfect. They are not perfect. And most part of them will not try to fix their mistakes. They will not ask sorry. And that's it. You have to deal with your traumas. And I think everyone has traumas here. And try to don't make the same mistakes with your children. Yeah, once you be a parent, you have to be different, because if you're doing the same thing, you'll be a hypocrite. So that's the thing that I have to say about relationship. Of course, we relate ourselves to many other people, but I'm trying to focus on people who eventually will be closer to us, you know? And that's the video. I think it's quite long and I talked a lot here, but I hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next video. Bye.